Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Good morning.
Welcome back to the Thinker.
Welcome back. It's another blisteringly hot day.
Yes, frightening temperatures are forecast.
We sat in the shade at the moment, so it's not too bad.
And we're sporting, as you can see, new shoes.
We are.
These have actually been sent to us by a company called Fitville. We've never actually heard of them ourselves. No. But apparently they're a company that pursue extremely good foot health.
Yes. Those of you that watch regularly will know that I'm always in flip-flops at this time of the year. Obviously in the winter I'll wear trainers, but I don't wear training shoes because I get sweaty feet and the trainers just make my feet go like that, horrible smelly. I've got quite a wide foot as well, but these are just brilliant. They're beautiful breathable material and wide fitting, which is excellent, and they are specifically designed to help people in their daily lives, to protect you when you're working against sprained ankles and foot injuries. Yes,
they've got steel toe caps and good ankle support and that, and yeah, so far very comfortable.
Yes, very comfortable, I have to say. And so on that note, I'm going to read this bit because I'll never remember. But the shoes are equipped with wide toe boxes, patented Propel Core TM-EVA soles with shock absorbing pads, and they're all designed to provide a cushioned and comfortable experience, and as I say, so far they are very, very comfortable. Lots of different widths, 2E and extra wide.
Yes, they do two widths, don't they? A wide, which isn't actually that wide, but then they do an extra wide.
So wide is 2E and extra wide is 4E. And to relieve the foot pressure, the wide toe boxes are designed to stop you jamming your feet into narrow sneakers, which, as I say, for me it's always been a problem. It's always been really uncomfortable.
And I absolutely hammer shoes. Absolutely kill them, don't I?
You do. Don't last 5 minutes. So we shall continue to wear these.
Yes, asked us to test them. I can give them a proper test.
Yes.
Because the others, they just go through them like for fun. So but they look pretty solid and pretty done.
And stylish too.
Stylish. Well, and we'll put a link in the description because you can get up to 32% discount off a pair if you fancy a pair yourselves by clicking on the link below. So anyway, shall we put them to the test?
Let's put them to the test and get some work done.
And of course, guess who's in the box that they came in? It's young Alfred. He's already started eating it. So even the boxes come in handy. So where are we at? It's forecast to be 42 degrees Celsius today. It's about 107, 108 Fahrenheit. Silly temperatures. Every year we get a couple of days where we get these temperatures, but this has been going on for a week now nearly, and it's forecast to continue as well. So we're working indoors where it's cool, steady away. The washing machine's done. So in the end of the last video we rebuilt this cooker hood. Might face it off with some big chunky wood yet. We don't know, we're still debating on that, we'll see how that goes, but that'll be a little bit in the future. I want to get the rest of this dodgy plaster off this wall, and then we're going to be going in there to our little cave and seeing what we can do with that. So, we'll crack on. First off, to get rid of all these tools, take them back to the workshop, because we don't need them at the moment. I'll have to do several trips, I think. On the subject of boots, these are my old ones. I've already stuck the soles back on a bit. Look at state, absolutely full of, and you see that they're just falling apart. So I'm very happy. I can stick my finger right in there. When I'm knocking all this stuff off, I end up with more in my boots than I do on the floor or in the wheelbarrow. I'm just going to empty my boots to get rid of all the stuff. Right, I'm going to carry on. Yeah, the reason I'm taking this off, as you can see, it's shot it. It is absolutely bone dry, but I suspect over the years this place has been derelict for nearly 90 years now, until we moved in, of course. The water, before we did the gutters outside, there were no gutters, it was a terrible state of repair. It used to flood in here, like when it rained off the roof and everything. It's obviously soaked up the walls at some point. It's not the best stuff to have on your walls anyway, because it's a gypsum based thing which does absorb moisture. It'll absorb condensation in the winter, even just from your breathing and cooking and things like that. So it wants coming off. We've had a couple of comments about having too much exposed stone in here. We don't know. If there is too much, we'll just lime render it, lime plaster it. But in the meantime, it's still all got to come off, so I'm going to carry on. It takes a while. These I'm using an air hammer instead of the big chisel, because it doesn't mount the stones either. So we'll carry on. This is quite a good example of stuff, gypsum based stuff, cement, etc. Causing problems in walls. There were three things sticking out of here. They're all around the house. We don't know what they're for. They used to use them as shelves and hanging things on. And every single one of them is rotted, but it's only rotted where it's in contact with this gypsum based stuff. We don't even know what it is. I've just dug into the wall there and it's absolutely solid, so much so that I can't even get it out. So I'm going to have to work on it a bit more, but yeah, so again that's the reason why I want to get it off, because it's caused these to rot. The rest of them that came off were actually solid from here onwards. They stuck out about this far, just where it's touching that stuff. So see if we can get them out.
So I don't remember the new doorway that Andy knocked through a few weeks ago now, and had a bit of a little mini wall there, so I've just knocked that out to see how easy it was, and it was very easy. So I'm just going to see now if I can get the rest of this out, because we don't want to step. We'll be banging our head every time we go in and out. So let's have a go.
Righto, it's looking good. Not bothering with this bit yet, because when the window comes out, we don't know what's in there, what's going to come out with it. But you kind of get the idea. Again, it's lindley. Oh dear, it's going to be fun. We're not doing that yet though, because it's too hot outside to have a hole in the wall.
Well, unfortunately it's not coming up as easily as we thought it would. Got the front bit out, but I'm tapping away now with a big lump hammer and a pick on this step, and it's not working. So I think we're going to get Big Shifter on it.
Right, the next thing, we're going to start on this cave. What I want to do, I want to try and dig the floor out a little bit to give us just that little bit of access. We don't need an awful lot, we don't expect it to be a jump up and down space. But I just want to check around the edges first to see how deep the walls go underneath, because I've got no idea. And the last thing we want to do is start undermining the walls by digging out underneath them. So we'll have a little dig, see what we can find, as always. Didn't need much Big Shifter. Big stone for later. There is a row of stones here at the back that we've already found. It's just what's on this bit. So I'll have a little explore, and we'll come back to you in a minute. Right, okay, we've only come down 150mm, 6 inches. These look like the original stone entrance into there. We've got tons of height there now. Well, tons, I mean, you won't be rolling in there, but you know, plenty. it's just loose and dirt and just keeps on going and going. But I think we're just going to come down to this level here, square it off perhaps, or look at a shape that's going to work for the thing. But that makes the access to that absolutely brilliant. And even nicer if it was all clean as well. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to clean it all up now, find out a base, find where we're at, and then decide what we're going to do with it. Right, here we go then. So we've got it cleaned out best we can. There's no point cleaning it up anymore because we're going to be knocking loads of stuff off in here and it's got to come out this way, so it's only going to mess it up a bit. We'll probably incorporate this into the floor when we're going to put stones on top of this, we think. We still don't know. But I can get in much easier now. This looks to be the base of this original wall, the original step. Solid. You can see where it stops there. The base of the house sort of is just a bit below that, but when that's all, we'll probably limecrete it or something and stone it, we don't know. But right now I'm just going to dig all this stuff out of here, stick it in the wheelbarrow, and then it was time for an ice cold beer. There's tons of it though. Get rid of the big bits first manually. No, that didn't work, did it?
So here we are in the little cave, and as you can see there are lots of roots growing out of the sides, so I think the first job today is to get rid of all those roots. Crikey, like a tree. Stuck. Hang on. That's it, I got it. Oof. Well, we've just come outside. I thought I'd just share this sky with you. It is so incredibly humid today. Not as hot as it's been, so that's good. But we really are struggling in that little cave. As I say, it's just so warm in there. There's not a lot of air circulating. We've got rumbling in the distance. It does forecast a storm, and I think that's really what we need to clear this air, because it is horrible.
Here it is, light at the minute. Hopefully we're going to get a cracking thunderstorm that's going to clear the air. I'm stood under this shade sail at the moment and it's not getting wet, but it's coming slowly. Right, so we've got the 300 watt work lamp out here, which is actually, it's cooled down a bit. It's cooled down by 5 degrees, but this light is actually red hot. So I don't know how long we can do this for. All I'm going to do, you see, it's pretty solid in places. I'm just going to look for places that are a bit hollow and just give them a clean off, get all the loose stuff off, like them bits there, before, in preparation for liming. So, and then we give it a good brush down. There's some bits there as well, see. You don't want to go mad with it because the lime will bond it back together. So we'll carry on. So I've knocked all the loosest bits off. We're just got to give it a good brush over this stiff brush to get the whatever is off it and get all the bestials, you know. And then it'll be ready for liming. A couple of roots still poking through. So I'll keep going with this. It's not very exciting, is it?
It's pretty clean now, about as clean as we're going to get it anyway, I think. So we're ready for liming now. Be interesting.
Yeah, we could keep going forever. I think, especially in the floor, we could dig a massive cave system if we wanted to. But it's pretty solid as it is. So hopefully we got enough there for the lime to stick to. We'll give it a good soaking, and we're going to pop across to Chris and Lillian's shortly, get some final tips off them because they've done a lot of this stuff. And yeah, Boris, hopefully he's got a spray machine as well, which they've stopped using. But we might try that as well. We don't know, so we're going to have a chat with them. Chris has ordered our lime because the place we get our stuff from doesn't do hydraulic lime, which is a bit stronger than the hydrated lime that we normally use. So yeah, we're ready to go though, I think. Don't know if you can make them out, but there's well, a lot of birds in the sky after our little mini thunderstorm. We only had 1.8 millimeters of rain, so nothing to worry about. But yeah, so hopefully these are now eating all the bugs, which is very nice of them. Righto, so we're ready. We're getting ready. Just getting everything organised, everything set up. The mix is out there in full sun. It's not too hot at the minute, but we haven't really got a lot of choice. Because we want to barrel the stuff in that we mix into the old kitchen that way. Mix it out here, barrel it in, fire it on the wall, on the roof, on the cave. And inside we've got our sprayer to wet it all down before we start. We're going to put in a really wet mix on it by these sprayer things that Chris and Lillian have kindly lent us. This one's for doing the ceiling, it fires up. And this one's for doing the walls, the ceiling, the roof of the cave. And this is for doing the walls, it fires out that way. Never done it before, so how hard can it be? So we just need now is a measuring bucket to measure our quantities evenly. We're actually struggling to find a bucket that's not got holes in it because we smashed them all to pieces. So we'll go and have a look. Just want to get these stones out of the way as well. We've not got great access into them as it is, so we don't want to make it any more difficult for ourselves than it already is.
So I'm in the hole. I'm just going to give it a good wetting down. It's not working, I need to pump it. Those of you that may have noticed I'm not wearing my new trainers simply because they are too nice, and I'm working in all this muck and rubble, so that's the only reason. They are lovely shoes, really comfortable, and I'm delighted with them. So anyway, crack on with the job in hand, give this a bit of a pump to stand up to do it. Oh, sit, okay.
So we're going for a 3-to-1 sand and lime mix with the magic fibres that Chris has given to me to help to bind it together. I guess he would have used horsehair years ago. So I'm going to use 6 of these of sand and 2 lime. I'm going to put 4 sand in first, mix it with the fibres, and then add the rest. Apparently we only need a pinch of these. It looks like fiberglass, glass fibre. We'll chuck them in there, spread them about, and so I've got the sand in, 4 of the sand in, 2 lime now. I've mixed the fibres in with it. 2 of these, and then 2 more sand. So that'll do. Now for the water, we don't know how much we need. Plenty, I think. It needs to be a proper liquid to spray it. We'll leave that a minute and come back to it. Right, that's fairly liquidy. Just going to let it mix for 5 or 10 minutes and see what happens. Apparently all we do now, scoop it up like that, take it to our desired thing and blast it on. We can't show you this just yet. Alrighty. Seems to work alright. Right, we'll carry on and have a look in a bit.
Well, there we have it. That's first coat. It was not a very nice job. I'm glad Andy did it and not me. I was on clearing up duty, as usual. But no, really impressed with the finish there, and it's so quick, but it's incredibly hot. It seems that as soon as you mix it with water, it just gets boiling hot, and Chris and Lillian had told us this, but until you actually experience it, it's difficult to comprehend. But anyway, it was a hot, sweaty job for Andy, but he's done it. And yeah, really pleased with that. So we just got the sides to do now, but that will be for tomorrow because he can't bear to be in here any longer. He's absolutely dripping.
Strange line that, it does get hot, crikey.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Must have been about 800 degrees in there, Fahrenheit or centigrade, take your pick, it doesn't matter. It's just horrendous, really hot. So yeah, I had enough.
Yeah, so we'll be carrying on with this on the next video, but thank you to everyone that's put suggestions in the comments.
Yes,
what we
very
should use it for. Yeah, we've had some really interesting comments. We're still not 100% sure, but we are liking, somebody suggested just having a light in there and just some nice rustic wooden shelves to display all our cooking pots on. They're out of the way. but they're still on display, if you see what I mean. So that's a really nice idea.
Yes, if anyone wants to send us some nice cast iron pots,
with, yes.
we appreciate it. We can put them in there as well.
And speaking of donations, thanks again to FitBill. Andy's truly tested his shoes this week.
2 days.
I've worn mine. I wore them the first day all day, and they were comfortable. My feet didn't sweat, so I'm really delighted with them. But as I say, I'm not going to work in them because mine are too nice.
Cool. So yeah, I think a nice cold beer's in order and a cool off, and
yeah.
So I'm absolutely melted.
Most definitely. Yeah, so thanks again to Lillian and Chris for the loan of the spraying machine.
Thanks again to FitBill for the shoes.
Yeah. I think we said that, but we'll say it again.
I'll say it again, sorry.
And thanks to you guys for watching, and as
Yes.
I say, all your comments and the subscribers, all our Patreons. We do appreciate it, couldn't do it without you, and we'll see you on the next vid.